Teens and 20s probably come to mind, but one photographer is hoping to change that. Ari Seth Cohen spends his days photographing women in their 70s, 80s, and yes, beyond, who pride themselves on looking fabulous every day. It's all part of a book called Advanced Style, and Ari's here along with 91-year-old Iris Apfel, 92-year-old Ilona Smithkin, and the spring chicken of the group, 79-year-old Lynn Dell. Good morning to all of you. It's great to see you.
Thank you. We're so happy to be here.
How did this start? You're 31 years old. How did you decide to make a name for yourself photographing senior style icons? Shall we say it that way?
Yeah, of course. I started 4 years ago, but I grew up being very close to my grandmother, so I've always had an appreciation for older people. And when I moved to New York, I saw all these amazing women dressed up, living their lives to the fullest, and I wanted to put a focus on older women.
So you just walk down the street and you have your camera with you and you approach these women? Is that how it works?
Well, I knew about Iris before, but Ilona and Lynn Dell, I met them on the street.
And did you take some convincing to actually have your photos taken, or was it yes right off the bat?
Yes, right off the bat.
Absolutely.
You like this concept?
I think it's wonderful that he's doing this for us, not only for us, but for all those poor ladies out there who think that after a certain age they have to roll up and die or look like they're wearing widow's weeds.
I think that's a good point. Iris, let me go to you. 91, fashion icon. You shot to superstardom back in 2005 when the Metropolitan Museum of Art showcased your wardrobe in a major exhibition. How do you describe your style?
I'm a geriatric starlet.
A geriatric starlet. Do you put a lot of effort into this every single day?
No. I do it. It all comes from here. I don't really think about it. I just feel it. And as spirit moves me, I dress. I walk around in jeans most of the time, but when I dress up, I like to dress up.
Take it a little bit further. Ilona, you're 92, right?
Oh,
and
yes.
You are an artist based here in New York, and you've become somewhat famous for your handmade eyelashes, right?
That's one of the things.
How do you describe your style?
Natural. When I see the weather, it's cold, I take a sweater. But whatever I do, I collect colors, and I drape colors around it which match. So I call it creative dressing.
What keeps you going, Ilona, at this age in so many different directions? Because I think you're a cabaret performer as well, aren't you?
That's true. I sing some Marlene Dietrich songs and some Edith Piaf songs, and I tell little stories, you know, and I do a little bit of, you know, a
little kick,
movement.
a little song and dance.
When I get up in the morning, I feel, I move my hips, I say, I'm alive.
You're ready to go.
I'm ready to
It's
go.
the positive attitude. Lynn Dell, you're the youngster of this group,
I feel wonderful all of a sudden.
79 years old. You've owned a boutique, by the way, we should mention, here in New York for the last 50 years. I like your signature line, all right? I dress for the theater of my life every day.
That's right.
That's nice.
Tell me about that style.
Because I feel that living my life and dressing up is so wonderful. I'm so lucky that I'm in a business that I can dress up. I'm not a little secretary where I can't do it. I don't work in a law office. I can do anything I want. And it's wonderful to be around all these women who I can help dress and let them do their thing.
A little personal experience I want to relate here. Iris, I ran into you on the street one day, right?
Yes.
We passed each other. And what happened with me, and I wonder if you get this all the time, you make people smile.
Yes, exactly.
I think that's very
what it's all
important.
about.
Life is very gray, and I think when you dress up, you feel happy.
That's how I noticed them. They made me happy. And showing their photos makes women who tend to feel invisible after a certain age, it makes them happy and shows them that they can dress up and feel good.
Iris's rule, by the way, I love this. If your hair is done properly and you're wearing good shoes, you can get away with anything. You live by that.
I try.
What do you want other people to learn by this, Ari?
I want to learn that you don't have to give up and live your life to the fullest. I mean, I think that there's so much focus on youth, and look at these women in their 80s and 90s. It shows you there's hope out there.
Yeah, for the people who say the fashion industry is only for the young, pshaw, right?
Right, absolutely.
Well, that's the problem. That's why the fashion business is not doing well, because they completely neglect our age. I'm 90, so I don't expect designers to go into that. But there's a huge market of people over 60 who can't find proper clothes to wear because they're bombarded. The designers, I know lots of them, and their bosses tell them, youth, youth, youth. It's not young enough.
It's really, there are very few stores that carry things for women who have style and who are women.
Just as you do for people on the street, ladies, and Ari, you're making me smile this morning.
Thank
you so much for being here. What a pleasure.
Thank you for
Ari,
having us.
congratulations.
Thank you,
The book is called Advanced Style.